Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
State Representative Joelle Jones back in court today for two separate cases. Find out why defense attorneys want Jones released on bond. Plus, an FDA advisory committee is meeting again today to discuss booster doses for the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. But we do begin here at noon with the forecast as rain is making its way across Metro Detroit. Happy Friday, everybody, and thank you for joining us for Local 4 News at noon. I'm Everett Cassimy. Let's get right on over to meteorologist Brandon Brew. He's got to look at how long things are going to last. That is a lot of green there behind you, Brandon.
It is, but it's starting to break up a little bit. Everett, as we looked at the live camera from Windsor to downtown, the sky conditions are improving a little bit now through central Washtenaw County, drifting up north into Livingston. Western Oakland County, there's some decent showers still out there, so we're not done yet. We do get more breaks, however. And rain-cooled air have kept us really in this 60-degree range as we see a cold front and colder air that's coming in for the weekend. In the meantime, we should, with some of these rain breaks, see some middle 60s, but more scattered showers still through the afternoon and into the overnight part of early Saturday, a little wet. But you can see that we're getting some holes back in the coverage here of the rain, and the strongest stuff down in the south into parts of Indiana and Ohio. So a couple of showers around Everett for football games tonight, but I think we get the action in.
Okay. Brandon, thank you. So the debate over boosters, that's heating up again with Johnson & Johnson in the hot seat today. The company is making its case for a booster dose of the FDA's vaccine in front of the FDA's vaccine advisory panel right now, in fact. J&J says while the effectiveness of its vaccine is initially lower than the mRNA vaccines, that protection has remained steady over time. And they argue a booster dose can actually increase the protection up to 94%.
We are seeking emergency use authorization for a homologous booster for all individuals in the U.S. who receive the single-dose Janssen vaccine. We want to provide optimal protection against COVID, and we know that a booster dose will do that. It will increase efficacy against severe disease. It will increase efficacy against all symptomatic COVID, and it will increase the breadth of the immune response against variants.
The FDA advisors will consider whether or not to recommend a booster dose of J&J and whether that booster should be given after 2 months or after 6 months. So we're going to have the results of their decision and what happens next a little bit later on Local 4 News, first at 4 and then 5 and 6 o'clock. Here at home, though, Michigan's vaccination rate sits at 68.1%. Later today, we do expect to get updated coronavirus numbers from the state. On Wednesday, the state reported a two-day total of 8,671 new cases, making an average of 4,335 new cases per day. And sadly, we lost another 110 deaths. In other news this afternoon, Michigan State Representative Joelle Jones faced a judge in court. He was jailed last month after violating his bond and allegedly smuggling a handcuff key into the Livingston County Jail. As Local 4's Rob Maloney shows us, Jones is going to be staying in jail a little while longer.
Michigan State Representative Joelle Jones remains behind bars this noontime. He's been here for about the past month. He's going to remain behind bars at least for the next couple of weeks. Now, his defense attorney, Byron Nolan, had gone ahead and asked the judge to see if he could get him bond. Now, remember, there are two cases here. There is an original arrest for resisting arrest, possible drunk driving and the like. That's the first case. Then there's a second case of the allegations of him bringing a handcuff key into the Livingston County Jail. Well, they've taken both those cases, put them together now, but the defense is now saying that they're not certain that that first case even should exist at all. And here's what Nolan told us about that.
We're more challenging the lawfulness of the arrest. And the issue when the police officer, Trooper Gilmore, first engaged Joelle Jones. And you guys have seen the video, of course. Joelle Jones was standing behind the ambulance talking to an EMS worker. So at that point, when he asked him for his ID and he didn't give it to him, he arrested him.
Right now, I want your ID and your driver's license. Okay?
I can't do that. Can you arrest somebody for not showing their ID? And that's really what the question that the judge has to answer on November 4th.
Now, when it comes to the second case, the handcuff key case, Nolan is saying that the reason Joel Jones had it is because he's an auxiliary police officer. How much weight that's going to carry with the judge becomes the next question. They're going to take that up and much more on November 4th. Ian Howell, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Well, we will certainly be following that story. Rod, thank you. New here at noon, the White House says fully vaccinated foreign visitors can start traveling to the U.S. on November 8th. This relaxes current bans, which have been in place since March of 2020. The new guidelines apply to the nation's air, land, and sea borders. A White House official added that more details are coming soon about very limited exceptions. The CDC has said vaccines accepted for air travel include those approved for use in the U.S. and those with an emergency use listing from the World Health Organization. Also new here at noon, a 6-year-old boy is now dead after a crash in Monroe County. It happened around 10:15 last night over in Ash Township. State police say a 27-year-old man from Lincoln Park lost control of his truck and overturned in a ditch. And they say the child was thrown from that truck and died at the hospital. The driver is in the hospital as well. Investigators believe speed and alcohol are factors in that crash. And we do expect to get more information this afternoon about the man arrested in the abduction and sexual assault of a 9-year-old girl. FBI agents spent hours at this home on Detroit's west side on Thursday, where investigators believe the assault actually happened. The scene is 2.5 miles from where the girl was abducted last Sunday near Grand River and 8 Mile. A news briefing is scheduled this afternoon, and of course, Local 4 will be there. Former President Bill Clinton is in the hospital over a non-COVID-related infection. He was admitted to the UC Irvine Medical Center in California on Tuesday while visiting the state for his foundation. Doctors say the former president might have had a blood infection known as sepsis. Hospital officials say the 75-year-old former president is responding well to IV antibiotics. They say that there is no timetable on his release. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon. Picketing lines are growing larger at factories and businesses from coast to coast. We're going to show you why a big deadline is approaching that could affect your favorite TV shows. But first, thousands of acres are burned in Southern California after another wildfire. Find out why first responders say they're making progress containing it.